You've probably heard a lot this week about Obamagate. And the reason you've heard a lot about it is because Donald Trump desperately, desperately wants you to be thinking about that and not the, 1 to 2,000 people dying every single day from the coronavirus pandemic that he has botched the response to. He certainly doesn't seem to know what it is that he's talking about, and that has become increasingly clear throughout this week. Take a look at his recent interview with Maria Bartiromo.
KT McFarland the other day, I watched where she was knock, knock, FBI, the FBI, okay? This was all Obama. This was all Biden. These people were corrupt. The whole thing was corrupt, and we caught them. We caught them. And what you saw just now, I watched Biden yesterday. He could barely speak. He was on Good Morning America, right? What kind of stuff?
Explain to our audience what this means, because, this is a serious thing. They are tracking phone calls. They were tracking a phone call of, I guess, Kislyak. And you're not supposed to.
I'll tell you what it means. Yeah, it's very simple. So even before I got elected, you remember the famous The Two Lovers, right? Strzok and Page. The insurance policy. She's going to win, but just in case she does it, we have an insurance policy. That means that if I won, they're going to try and take me out. That's all it means. It's very simple. It's an insurance policy. So she's going to win. Isn't she, darling? Isn't she going to win?
Okay, so the issue there seems to be that she tried to tee him up with, supposedly what she's concerned about with Obamagate. And based on the new information that he alluded to, he then did the thing that he's been doing at rallies for a couple of years where he pretends to be involved in a sexual relationship with a coworker or whatever. He pretends that he's one of them. I don't know what it is, but I know that he didn't assert any crime. He made a bunch of weird, kind of creepy allusions, and that's basically it. And that's the most specific he's been about Obamagate, a topic he has been talking about all week.
He's tweeted about it. He was asked by a different reporter 3 days ago, Philip Rucker, so what is the crime that you're charging in Obamagate? At the time, he said, you know it, it's very obvious. No, it's not obvious. No, we have no idea what it is. Number one, you're making it up. Number two, you didn't tell us what you're making up. You forgot that part. Okay, so 3 days later, you've had a lot of time to think, to talk to friends, to call up Sean Hannity, and come up with an alleged crime. Bartiromo, a huge ally of the president, throws up a softball. Okay, Mr. President, schmuck of the world, you must have thought of a crime by now. You're calling it the worst political crime in American history. What is it? Katie McFarland, knock, knock, FBI. What is that? What are you talking about? I in that particular case, I literally have no idea what he's saying. Mm-hmm. And no one does. Then he goes and turns around and goes, Biden, no one can figure out what he's saying. All right, Biden's got issues. Your issues are 1,000 times worse. You're obviously incoherent in the answer where you are criticizing Biden for incoherence. It's unreal. And then, okay, so what's Obama's crime? Stork and Page, they were lovers. Okay, fine, they were lovers. And then what? What did Obama do? If it's the crime of the century, what did Obama do?
Yeah.
And he can't answer it.
Yeah, so why don't we show a few examples of what you were alluding to there. So we've got the one tweet that it's succinct. It says Obamagate. The second one says Obamagate makes Watergate look small time. So again,
what
very
is
specific. It? I don't.
What is it? If it makes Watergate, which Nixon resigned over and he was going to get impeached and convicted over, if it makes it look like small time, what the F is it?
It is. Look,
Fox News is cancer. Anyway, keep going, John.
Yeah, it's the same as him typing squirrel and trying to get hashtag squirrel trending. That's all it is.
Except
he knows.
It works.
Well, of course it works.
That's why I said Fox News is a cancer. Because Fox News then takes it and goes, Obamagate, Obamagate, Obama. Remember they did this with Solyndra? You don't remember, like most people don't remember Solyndra. It was a solar power company. They didn't know anything that it had done wrong. The administration hadn't done anything wrong. They just kept saying Solyndra. And then people were like, Solyndra. And then they forgot why they were mad.
Yeah.
And Fast and Furious. They're like, oh, yeah, guns and do something. Fortune did exhaustive research on it and found out that it was actually right-wing gun advocates that had created the problem. It doesn't matter to this day. Fast and Furious. They just have these Benghazi, 9 different investigations. Obama administration did nothing wrong, but they have these code words that just trigger the emotions of right wingers. Obama, I hate him. He's black. I mean, because of Obamagate and Fast and Furious. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Oh, shut up already. And it's Fox News that brainwashes 40% of this country into believing this moron. Name a goddamn crime. You can't do it because there is no crime.
Well, no, and so that's the thing. That's one of the things that makes it so lazy, is that if we wanted to identify things that Barack Obama or Joe Biden have done that are either deeply unethical or indeed criminal, we could do that. They don't even care to actually try to do that, partially because many of the things that Obama did that we were so critical of while he was president, they don't actually have a problem of. And they certainly don't want to set a precedent where a Republican president can't do the same sort of things. They sort of have to be vague because they don't want to set a precedent that any abuse of power would stop them from doing the same thing in the future. And on that note, by the way, whatever it ends up that Fox News, when they finally define what this is supposed to be about, you can rest assured that whatever it is, they would definitely be okay with Donald Trump doing it. It is so thoroughly and obviously a distraction. And I get it. If you're a right winger right now, it's kind of a rough time. You thought you'd be able to run on the economy. You can't. The pandemic has been an absolute disaster, not just in objective sense, the human cost, but obviously Donald Trump does not care to do anything about it. And so you desperately need something to distract people. And there are perfectly valid things to criticize both Joe Biden and Barack Obama for, but they're too lazy to do that. It reminds me, by the way, a lot of when the impeachment was going on and Trump was saying it was totally fine, the phone call was fine, it was just about corruption. And days went by and weeks went by, and they didn't even care enough about the argument they were making to come up with one corrupt individual or business that wasn't Joe Biden related. Like, just to provide cover for it. Because while these are very stupid people, they also believe that the people they're trying to persuade are even dumber, more gullible. And I'm getting the same things here. They've got producers, they've got graphics people and all that. They could put together a case if they felt they actually had to. But it's just a distraction. The more of the news they can make about Obamagate and the less about coronavirus, that they see that as a win. And that is why you can track it. Media Matters, week over week, the coverage of coronavirus on Fox News is dropping like 10% every week. And that's been consistent for some time now. Here's another time when a reporter just tried to get him. If this is something you're excited and passionate about, just tell us what the crime is.
And in one of your Mother's Day tweets, you appear to accuse President Obama of the biggest political crime in American history by far. Those were your words. What crime exactly are you accusing President Obama of committing, and do you believe the Justice Department should prosecute him?
Obamagate. It's been going on for a long time. It's been going on from before I even got elected, and it's a disgrace that it happened. And if you look at what's gone on, and if you look at now all of this information that's being released, and from what I understand, that's only the beginning. Some terrible things happened, and it should never be allowed to happen in our country again. And you'll be seeing what's going on over the coming weeks. But I wish you'd write honestly about it. But unfortunately, you choose not to do so. Yeah, John, please.
Crime. What is the crime exactly that you're accusing him of?
You know what the crime is. The crime is very obvious to everybody. All you have to do is read the newspapers, except yours.
Yeah,
No crime.
He
didn't bother making one up.
Deeply insulting. Yeah, and look, we really fast, Cenk, we always identify the projection from the right. And so for a couple of years now, when Donald Trump has tried to evade any sort of accountability by implying that whatever the concern is, he just says it 3 times, like Ukraine, 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 or Russia, 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 or whatever. They're literally just saying Obamagate, Obamagate, Obamagate. And we would love to know what is underneath that. But there is literally nothing there. They've been projecting for years, telling you what their strategy is going to be, and you're watching it on Twitter and in interviews day by day.
First of all, if you put it in a B-rate movie, it'd be a bad movie, and even for a B-rate movie, you'd say it's too over the top. A character this buffoonish, this ridiculous. If you put it in a parody, people would be like, "Where's the punchline? He's just too stupid." They're like, "It's been going on a long time. What is it? Everybody knows it. It's in all the newspapers except yours and every other one." Okay, I get the evil part. Unfortunately, a lot of the folks that are in charge of this country still don't understand existential threat to our form of government. But what's amazing is how lazy he is. You've had all this time. Think of a reason why we're supposed to hate Obama and how he committed the worst crime in American political history. You're so lazy you couldn't think for 1 minute of a crime. You know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. He looks like the dumbest kid in school, where you kind of feel sorry for him and you make sure people don't, pick on him because he's obviously has mental issues. But unfortunately, he's the president of the United States, and 40% of this country is both brainwashed by Fox News and so painfully stupid that they look at a guy that dumb and go, that is my dear leader. That is the guy I look up to. And Democrats, for God's sake, are you ever going to fight him? I mean, you have this punching bag of a moron as your opponent. Who's on TV right now representing Democrats? Yeah. Who's on TV right now saying the things that we're saying?
Yeah.
Like literally nobody. I'm not saying that people on TV don't oppose him. I'm not saying Joe Scarborough is not opposed to him. I'm not saying the pundits don't tweak him, but they have no sense of the real danger here. The real danger, guys, is he's not joking. If he wins re-election, he's going to arrest his political opponents. If you don't realize that, you're an idiot. You're so naive, and all you do is project, oh, well, I wouldn't arrest my political opponents. I would do political theater, so I assume he's doing likewise. No, he means it. He will arrest them. You're so dumb. And Democrats, where are you? Where are you? Where's the Biden surrogates? You should be shredding him right now. Shredding him. And instead, he controls the narrative with no pushback from the Democratic Party.
We do have a poll because we want to crowdsource an idea of what this is. And so we've got a poll up that you can go to at tyt.com/polls/Obamagate. And you can say if you think it's the day Flynn got arrested, that Obama wore a tan suit, that Michelle Obama tried to get kids to eat vegetables, something terrorist fist jab, or maybe the fact that he is, we have discovered an African-American male and needs to be locked up for that reason. So you can go to tyt.com/polls/Obamagate to register your idea of what it is today.
I really think we should have putting mustard on his hamburger on that list. I mean, that was something else Fox News criticized him for. And in these times, you can see how legitimate that criticism was.
Yeah. Here's an Obamagate that he lied about his support for a public option or something stronger and didn't push for it when he had the opportunity to. Except no, they actually want to take away your health care. Or it could be that he could have helped to protect American democracy and make sure that people have the access and the ability to actually vote, except they want to shred democracy too. All of these things that we criticize, they're doing worse versions, so they can't actually criticize him. It has to be ephemeral. It has to be nonsensical.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.